Hello. Today we're going to talk about wall slumps. I've had a Faust friend ask me this question recently of, does Faust get anything from wall slumps? And while we don't get anything as cool as Eno's high-lows or Chip insane mix-up, we do have some options, even if quite fringe. So if you ever watch Krakatoa, you already know probably that from a wall slump, you can get an item throw into front. Okay, you can either choose to break the wall with the sweet spot or try to capitalize on an item that comes out by not hitting all the way and trying to maybe combo there. Another option I see some top Faust do, which I use sometimes myself, is to use snip 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 as a way to auto time and also gain a bit of meter. This is a bit annoying to input and can also be sometimes whiffed if you don't do it exactly proper. If you do want to go for this wall slump, you can always auto time it with a backdash. This way you don't have to throw the item and risk getting a wrong item, or one that would disrupt your game plan if you don't want to risk it. Well, what other options does Faust have on wall slumps? Well, could simply just super. That's not fun, is it? Right now the bot is set to grab on wake up. An option that you could do, which is quite simple, is throw an item into a meaty close slash from an empty jump. That option is not bad. It will catch the grab attempt, it will catch the jump attempt, and it will also catch backdashes, unless you do it way too fast. So I will now change him to backdash. As you can see, he gets hit by the same close slash I would use for catching jump or catching throw. You do this similar to the empty jump from a grab that meaties like all three options by holding up forward and pressing close slash as soon as you land. So you want to hold up forward into a close slash. It's quite simple to do, and it will beat all three options. But now you're asking yourself, wait, so what's the mix-up? Right, because we're doing like wall slumps. We want to get something cool out of it. Well, could. Wait, as long as they don't backdash, of course, because they respect your close slash now. Throw an item into a delayed snip, snip, snip. If we set the bot to grab there is a small window where we can still beat grab with our grab invul. Oh. And catch them pressing. This simple mix-up of an empty jump into a land slow slash or an empty jump into a delayed snip 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 could already start opening up your opponents. Now, could we make something more interesting with wall slumps? You're probably asking yourself. The answer is yes. Instead of going for a meaty close slash and a snip snip snip, which can be beat by fuzzy jumping, there is another option that you can use once your opponent starts catching up. Now, I'm going to try and let you figure it out till I actually do it. What is an option that Faust can use to mix his opponents? Exactly. Charge Scarecrow. Why is this option so cool? Well, It's cool because it uses Charged Scarecrow for starters, which is pretty useless most of the time. The other reason, because you can do a left-right that is plus on block. Deals a certain amount of chip damage, and also give you some risk bar. Also, seriously, check this damage. If you don't have meter for the other side, but you do think you can kill, it is definitely worth going for. Remember that you can OTG from this. It's a bit hard to time, but will end up resulting in a lot of damage. I swear I'll get it. There you go. 135 damage on Kyle here, without meter. But with meter, of course, this will go pretty far. Why is this setup good and why do I recommend it? The setup is good because it's consistent. It doesn't rely on items. While items being very fun, sometimes in these Oki situations, you don't really want to go for it. Second reason is the mix-up doesn't end once they block. Once you're forcing them to block, because they're really good players and they figured you out, you get to enjoy the whole +7 frames from Charged Scarecrow. Let me just demonstrate it. Wait. Oh, right. I should tell him to stop throwing, probably. So he's going to wake up and block, regardless of which side we're on right now. He's going to mesh 5p on block. 5H will trade or win against almost any option. And you know what that means. If you choose to go for a close slash, you will always win against any options they press. Now, most opponents are pretty ignorant of this option, and they will probably just match. So going for either 5H or 2S for a big option is good, or going for a close slash to get like nice reward. Or even more with meter. So everything here is up to you, how you want to use this. I would recommend that if you do end up going for wall slumps, which is very fun, going for something similar to the Charged Crow or the empty jump, the close slash meaty slash command grab are the preferable options. Especially if you're playing against a character that you have to reset, like AC or Zato, since they don't have good reversal options to beat you. And that's about it. If you have any other questions about wall slumps, like how do I get wall slumps more consistently, what are good routes for wall slumps, here is a combo I think you might want to learn as a bonus. From a close slash on a standing opponent, or from a opponent who blocks a close slash standing, but tries to fuzzy it into blocking low. Wait, let me set it up. You can get this string, close slash AK JD. It works from 5k as well. So if you catch them blocking standing, or if you can force them to block standing in something like bomb, then I recommend going for something similar to this. Usually, in most cases, especially if you already brought them to the wall, this will have enough damage to make them do a wall slump. And from that one, you can choose your favorite way of wall slumping your opponent, where it's Charged Scarecrow or doing one of the other options with items. I hope this video was useful to you guys, and I hope that everybody will do funny wall slumps on unsuspecting opponents. If you have any questions, as usual, you can just post in the comments and I'll do my best to answer anybody. And if you don't have any questions, then go wreak some chaos. I hope everybody enjoys the patch tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.